Erik ten Hag has laid down the law. Maguire must simply keep performing or get his form back, play well. It doesn't matter about the past, or he will be dropped. He makes a big statement in relation to Frenkie de Jong, sees him as his holding midfield player, and doesn't feel there's very many out there that can do the job as good as him, and he will wait. And in other big breaking news, Cristiano Ronaldo could remain at the football club and even have his contract extended. Smash the like and share button. We're going to delve into this in a bit more detail, but this is what I wanted to hear from a Manchester United manager. This is exactly what we need. Today's show is sponsored by Private Internet Access. And this is something I use on my personal computers, work computers, and on my devices. Whenever you're using an open network for internet, whether at a cafe, whether you're at the airport, shopping center, wherever that may be, you need to encrypt yourself and ensure that your personal data is being protected at all times. Private internet access is available all around the world. And as I've mentioned, you can use it on your smartphone, your smart TV, laptops, iMacs, whatever it is that you use. This also gives you the availability to access content worldwide. So when you're traveling, it doesn't matter if you want to use your Netflix, the iPlayer, YouTube, wherever you are in the world, the VPN via private internet access gives you the ability to do so. Now, what the Football Terrace can do for you is give you an 82% discount on this product, plus 3 months free. All you need to do is click on the link in the description or scan the QR code on your screen during this video to sign up now. Erik ten Hag was questioned about Harry Maguire. Will he be a first-team starter? And Ten Hag said, I think he is. He's proved it in the past, but he has also to prove it in the present time and in the future. Now, I told the Mushrooms a few days ago that Maguire staying on as captain is actually irrelevant. It's irrelevant. Maguire is fighting for his first-team place. And as long as Erik ten Hag doesn't persist with playing him, if he's making too many mistakes, if he's playing poorly, and if the team are being held back by him, it matters not if he's the captain. You don't need the armband to be a leader on the pitch. You don't need the armband to behave yourself. You don't need the armband to elevate your game. You don't need the armband to make you work hard. If another Man United player decides, I'm not going to play hard today because I don't have the armband, they are actually not captain material. It's a fallacy that you need the armband to be the captain. You can be the captain without it. Do you think Gary Neville was any less professional before he had the armband? Do you think Nemanja Vidic wasn't acting like a captain when Gary Neville was the captain? It's a nonsense. It's an absolute nonsense. Roy Keane wasn't putting in all the effort that he should have been before he was captain. Nonsense. It's all a load of old crap. I'm sorry to swear. It's a load of old crap. But it's great to see a Manchester United manager come out, shut down the Fungus fans, shut down the Mushrooms, and say, listen, can't get rid of everybody. This is what he's saying. Read between the lines here. I can't get rid of everybody in one summer. I have to give certain people a chance. There's no need to strip the captaincy and create even more pressure upon the player. So let him play with as much freedom as possible. If he performs, he'll play. If he doesn't, he'll be dropped. If he doesn't meet the standards of the team this year, we will look to sell him. This is the beginning of a rebuild. Everybody relax. And it's brilliant to see that from a Manchester United manager. This is very much echoed in what he said about Cristiano Ronaldo as well. He said that Ronaldo isn't for sale. I've planned with him. I'm looking forward to working with him. The situation is still the same. I am well informed. He is also an option for a further year. When he was questioned that could Ronaldo stay beyond this season, he said yes. Now, again, this is smart from Erik ten Hag. I don't fully believe him, by the way. This is one of those PR answers. And this is where you want, in some elements, you want the truth. But the truth is always going to be shrouded by the clubs with an element of PR, and it's reading through it. Too often, football fans take things literally when their managers are speaking. Could Ronaldo leave this summer? Absolutely, in my heart of hearts, I believe that. Do I think Ten Hag's been a puppet here and lying? No. It's part of management. If he hangs Ronaldo out to dry, and then Ronaldo has to play, it will create a problem. It will create an atmosphere. As far as I'm aware, he's going to stay. As far as I'm aware, he's going to be part of this team. As far as I'm aware, as far as I want, I'm planning for him this season and maybe even beyond it. Then if Ronaldo goes, it was Erik ten Hag will say, too good an offer to turn down. I spoke with the player. He wasn't quite bought. He changed his mind about wanting to be here. I only want players that want to be at the football club. Nothing's really changed from my point of view. The scenario changed, so I made a big decision. It gives him, and by the way, Cristiano Ronaldo, wriggle room. If Ronaldo then comes back and plays and can't find a club, you can say, I spoke to the manager. I'm happy with how things are going. I'm completely bought into what's going on. Thank you, Erik. You're my hero. Woohoo. Gives everybody a get out of jail free card. And the reason they need to do that is because too many people still believe in the PR. But anyway, that's another thing. I'm glad that he came out and said something. I'm glad that he came out and addressed it. Do I see Ronaldo spending 2 more years at Man United? I personally don't. I think he'll go this summer. But if he does end up staying because he can't find another club in the Champions League willing to pay him £500,000 a week, he could stay. And by the way, if he stays, I think he'll put in an absolute shift. And the other element of Ten Hag in this interview with The Athletic was around Frenkie de Jong. He says, we're looking for players who can play the holding midfield position. So firstly, let's just go back to this. We need a DM. The manager wants a DM or a holding midfield player or a CDM or a deep line midfielder. I don't care what phrase, or 6, whatever phrase you want to use. It's irrelevant. The buzzwords are nauseating now. I mean, they're not really buzzwords, they're football positions, but people use them like they're buzzwords. You ask half the people to explain what that position, what that means, and they go, what? They use the buzzword or the positional thing to make it sound like they know what they're talking about. They don't. They really don't. But we're looking for one. Frenkie de Jong is that guy. Now, he doesn't, of course, mention Frenkie de Jong's name. But he says here, but it has to be the right one. There are not many in that position capable of the level we demand. Now, we know that the club has backup options, and we know that the club has a number of alternatives if Frenkie de Jong can't happen. But Manchester United are not going to walk away until they are categorically told no by the player and or his camp that he won't come. My belief is that's not happened yet. There's 3 different stories circulating at the moment around Frenkie de Jong. One, that he's open and willing to leave but go to other clubs. Chelsea, PSG, Bayern Munich is the new one. That, for me, feels very much like it's coming from the Barca camp. Barca are trying to scare Man United into offering even more money, either directly to them or directly to the player to cover the deferred salary situation. Frenkie de Jong's team, I believe, are the ones putting out the notion that they're just not willing to leave. They're going to stay. Trying to put the scares on Barca. And then I believe it's Man United that are releasing the stories predominantly to the English press that they're comfortable, they're confident, they're relaxed, they're going to hang on. Because they believe, they've spoken to de Jong and de Jong's willing to come, and Barca are willing to sell. There's just a deferred wages problem. And the vast majority of UK publications have all reported that, from Telegraph, The Athletic, The Times, The Guardian, The Mail. They've all done it. Every single one of them. The BBC via Simon Stone. But it's a smart move again from the manager. A little bit of PR in there, but read through it. This is my way of saying to everybody, be patient and wait. I've got a plan. We don't need to have a knee-jerk reaction today. If we get to a point where we know we're not going to get Frenkie, we'll switch our attention to somebody else. Not very many that can play in that position. But we're going to wait because we believe we can get this deal done and get the very best person in the position. Now, there is a risk with all these things. So if you haven't watched the video to this point, that's on you. Erik ten Hag's been very smart here. He's done the PR stuff, okay? And I'm not buying the PR stuff. I've quite literally broken it down to what I think is right and wrong with what he said, what I do believe, what I don't believe. I don't need to believe everything he says to trust him, though. There's a difference. I don't have to believe every bit of PR, every bit of spin to trust him overall. I understand that in life, white lies are told. Everyone will tell him. Every businessman, every business owner. You know, I tell white lies to my children. They think the Easter Bunny is true. They think Santa Claus really flies around the world in 24 hours and delivers presents to 6 to 7 billion people. My children believe Superman can fly. My children believe that a fairy comes into their bedroom at night and places money under their pillow when their teeth falls out. We all do it. And this is the same with the way PR speak to us at clubs. So when I look at this, though, I want to round this up by saying this. I quite liked what I saw today. I liked how he's laid the gauntlet down to Harry Maguire. You've got to keep playing. This is what we wanted to hear. But this is all just PR if he doesn't drop him if he's playing badly. The question is, do you have faith in Ten Hag to do that? When you look at the situation with Cristiano Ronaldo, this makes it sound like he isn't going to leave. But we all know that he really could. Erik Ten Hag has just been a good man manager by not throwing his player under the bus and has opened the door to him staying at the club. Now, if he leaves, are you going to call the manager a liar and say, why didn't he tell us the truth from the beginning? Or are you going to understand why it is that he's doing this? Because the situation is fluid and can change, and he doesn't want to back himself into a corner. That's where the PR is needed. And then finally, you look at the situation with Frenkie de Jong. Of course, he's not going to talk directly about a player. There are not many in that position that are capable of the level that we demand. It covers every single base for him. Do I believe in this statement 100%? Yes and no. Would I like to see a player in sooner? Absolutely. But it gives him time and leeway to land de Jong. And then if he does sign an alternative, can say, well, I told you there was only a handful of players out there that are good enough to do this. It's hard to get hold of them. But here they are. Like I say to people, I don't need my manager to tell me the blunt, honest truth in every press conference, in every interview, because I've got a brain and I can decipher what he's saying. I can understand the difference between PR, a media answer, and the truth. You just need to read the article or listen to the interview and you can see it. But I like the fact that he's done what he's done. Protected Ronaldo because he still might need him. Laid the gauntlet down to Maguire. He just needs to stand up and deliver against it. And of course, he's left that door open for Frenkie de Jong. He's given us a little bit of insight without telling us very much at all. Smart way to do things. I want your thoughts and I want your feelings. Smash that like and share button, people. Until next time, take care. Goodbye. God bless.